Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
I'm not going to ask what you do. And then the louse calls and says he's going to marry an English girl. Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion? It's quite hard to concentrate when you're standing there staring at me.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept the settlement.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay, let me get the case file. There's got to be more in these files.
I'm not going to ask what you do. And then the louse calls and says he's going to marry an English girl. Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion? It's quite hard to concentrate when you're standing there staring at me.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
What are you talking about, Miss Lichtman? This was an industrial accident.
How do you know that?
Because it says right here in black and white.
Do you believe everything that you read, Mr. Kelso?
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
I'm just confused, Miss Lichtman. What's so difficult about accepting this money?
I don't like your attitude, Mr. Kelso.
That's okay. I'm not selling it. So the roof collapsed. Accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it? If you wish to simply interrogate me for your own enjoyment, Mr. Kelso, then I will answer no more questions. Here is my number. Call me when you're prepared to help.
I'm not going to ask what you're doing.
I'll be in touch.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
It's been a year. What's he waiting for?
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation. Well, you can only dream.
He plays the saxophone.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lichtman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Your car, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks, kid.
Bad driving.
Your lighting should be revoked.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners. Bulldozing and starting again. Leland Monroe. The man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Hey! You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
You're a real asshole.
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
The heck? I survived the war for this? Ah. Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know? Son, you're a couple of shingles short of a full roof. Not your life, Buster.
Are you drunk, mister, or you just cracked?
Let's try to piece this together.
I saved a whole
That's
year
not
for that
right.
car.
You want me to grab 2?
Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio? Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.